Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. So HBAR is following my wave count from the previous video. We talked, I think it was here, we were somewhere here. I can't remember exactly where we were, but I talked about short-term upside potential in a wave 4 because it could be that the wave 3 was finished. We can count this as an ending diagonal, and the wave 5 or 3 might have been finished. The chance is now, or the possibility, whatever, is that this is still the wave 4 ongoing and that this was a wave A to the upside. We're now coming down in a B wave, but we need to very, very soon move up in the C wave if this is still going to become an ABC pattern, because we've now basically formed near enough a double bottom. So going below the beginning of the A wave here would make a B move or a B wave low very unlikely, which means going below the 4 cent level, pretty much exactly 4 cents, would make it unlikely that we still get another leg up in the C wave. This structure would look much better with another leg to the upside. Target for that would probably be this descending trend line. We can also use here the Fibonacci extensions, take the length of the A wave, the current low of the B wave, and we're looking at something around 4.7 cents as a likely target. Would I trade this long? Probably not, because it is getting dangerously close to support, and the move down looks quite impulsive actually. Yeah, and this would be against the higher level trend anyway. I'm still looking for one more low on the HBAR chart, and I think so far the chart is following this nicely. If we go to the higher degree chart, we can see that HBAR, first of all, just to remind everybody, the possible all-time targets here for HBAR, if it recovers, and I need to adjust it to the current lows, but if it recovers, we have a minimum target for the next all-time high. That would just be the next all-time high, the one. So we basically moved up here in a wave 1 that was back in March 21. We've then come down in a wave 2 in an ABC pattern and could now very shortly move up in a wave 3. Well, it needs to obviously finish the correction first. I'm saying very shortly. Well, it could still take a few more months, yeah, if it recovers, because that's the next problem with altcoins. Many of these altcoins are not going to recover, and the concern that I have here with HBAR, and I have that concern with many coins, HBAR dropped below the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. That is at 5 cents. I mean, we've dropped now to 4 cents, so we're not too far below it, but we are still, yeah, quite a bit below it. And any drop below the 88.7% Fib level is never good. It just is bad for the market sentiment. And yeah, HBAR is also in trouble like many other coins. It is unfortunately how it is. I mean, hopefully it will recover. Good projects typically do recover, but not all of them. So there's always this element of risk with all altcoins. But should it recover, next all-time high target minimum would be 78 cents. Realistic would be also 96 cents between the 1.618 extension and the 200% extension. But these are sort of minimum targets. I mean, altcoins, if they're really in a very bullish environment, these targets are often being maxed out, or even, we might see an overshooting of these targets. But that would be sort of, wave 1 to the upside, wave 2 down, and the wave 3 to the upside would reach that range. Then we get a wave 4 correction and another push higher in a wave 5. That could reach the 125 level. But again, that's also usually a minimum target. These are only guidelines. Yeah, it's probabilities, it's likelihoods. What we can say is that typically altcoins do go quite a bit above these targets, but only if they recover. So it's not the time to say, oh yeah, definitely we're going to reach that. I can't say that. Okay, I can't see that. I can't see it. Well, I can't say that. It's certainly possible. But yeah, as long as we are below this descending trend line, certainly not. So we need to recover from here. We need to break above that. This is obviously a descending trend line I showed you here, or even a bit of a resistance range there. You can put that onto your chart. And we even see a bit of an, I'm going to make that white as well, see a bit of a descending wedge actually forming. I mean, that is not surprising given the view that I have that this is an ending diagonal pattern, an ending diagonal structure, which you often see towards the end of a bear market. But again, this can still take a few more weeks or months. So I currently have this structure here of this high, which was made in August, down as a wave 1, a wave 2, then here the blue wave 3, a wave 4, and one more leg down missing. And again, if we stay within the wedge, I mean, depending on how long it takes, could take us down to 3 cents, maybe even lower. And if we break out of the wedge to the downside, well, that would certainly not be good. So first of all, short-term upside possible, yeah, but if we break below the 4 cent level, probably direct sell-off, then we had a very, very shallow wave 4 only. And then what would be the target? Let's say if we drop below this wedge pattern, I mean, that would certainly be very bearish and would certainly lead to a further stronger sell-off. What I would like to do is I would like to add the VRVP to the chart so that we can see some historical volume data. And if I zoom in a little bit, so let me just change that tool here. So if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that we are currently still in a support range. Yeah, so if we visualize that on the chart, you can see that this historical volume, that's really a peak here, goes down all the way, and you can actually see that visually. Yeah, so you've got this support level down here at around 3 cents. So what does that mean? That means ideally we do not go below 3 cents, because below that level you can see the insufficiency here. Yeah, and then it could take us down to a cent. And then we're basically at the beginning. I haven't checked if there is a chart with a longer price history, but going to a cent, I mean, that is really an important psychological level. It would be good for the chart to hold this support. Yeah, that would be, in my opinion, important. So if we say, okay, the low that we had here was 2.8 cents. So ideally we're holding that. I mean, that is quite a bit of a drop from here. If I measure that from where we currently are, we're looking at another 26% decline. The problem is I'm still seeing, for example, a 40-50% decline for coins like Link. So why wouldn't HBAR fall that far as well? So let's see where we're gonna land, but this is certainly a support area in which we currently are. Certainly with lowest support at 2.8 cents, dropping below that level could take us very quickly down to the 1 cent range, unfortunately. And again, it's only about possibilities. So I mean, yeah, within the yellow range, we certainly have the possibility to end the bear market. But what we ultimately need to see that and to say that and to confirm that a low is in place is we want to see a 5-wave move to the upside and 3 waves down. Then we can at least say that we've seen a signal and the trend might be changing. Okay, and that's my update about HBAR. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.